Why begin our film at a club? Well, it's a good opportunity to meet people. Dr. Ramlal, you've dropped something. Thanks, says the doctor. It's just my income tax forms. An annual reminder to pay through one's nose. Lawyer Patel heartily agrees with him. So does Rupchand, the businessman. Tiwari, the landlord, also complains that the government is heartless about squeezing money out of him. Is it though? Let's go behind the scenes. The doctor's a general practitioner. He must be very good at his work, judging from the number of patients who are waiting to see him. No wonder his earnings are high. Does he give a receipt for payment? Not he. It just isn't done. Lawyer Patel is one of the town's leading legal luminaries. And when it comes to payment, he also likes cash without receipts. Saves wasting ink. Our businessman Rupchand deals in cloth. And when he has made a deal, he likes payment to be made partly by check, but mostly in cash. Tiwari, the landlord, receives money from up country by registered post in the form of an open check. All these are examples of untold wealth, that is, money which isn't declared on income tax returns. Mind you, we're not referring to their professions. But our government needs this money for many things. For the running of state hospitals, for free medical services in rural areas, as a weapon to fight illiteracy, for building homes to house the dispossessed, and helping them with loans to lead a new life, for the training up of our young villagers in new careers. Huge sums are required to finance our giant river valley projects. Yes, for all this, money is needed. Well, it doesn't grow on trees or fall from heaven. Where then does it come from? From all of us, from the taxes we pay, in the form of income tax, customs and Central Excise, land revenue, sales tax, and so on. These make up our total revenue, and it is spent on defense, administration, health, education, the vast 5-year plan projects, and many other items. But only 800,000 out of our total population of over 350 million pay income tax. That's because their incomes are very much greater than that of the enormous majority who are very poor. Whether you're one of the fortunate few or not, you may like to know how income tax is paid. Well, let's take the case of Kishenlal, a shop owner. His business is expanding to the point where he'll have to pay income tax. He meets the public relations officer. And, as Kishenlal is new to the game, the PRO tells him exactly what's to be done. First of all, there are certain forms to fill in. Back in the store, Kishenlal makes the proper entries. These are then checked by the income tax officer, who questions Kishenlal and examines the statements of his accounts. The officer then computes the amount of tax he has to pay. The whole business is over quickly. The taxed amount is paid into the Reserve Bank or government treasury. Unfortunately, not everyone is like Kishenlal. Take Jhutabai Gadbardas. He's a jeweler by trade, at least that's what he says he is. Actually, he's a speculator in a large way, and that large way brings him large profits.
Hello. कौन? હા કાઢી નાખો આપણે જે શેર છે અત્યારે જે આપણે આવતા હોય ભાવ તેની અંદર કાઢી નાખો.
But the income tax department is on to Jutabai's tricks. The department sends him a notice to appear before the authorities. Is he worried? Not Jutabai. He's an old hand at manipulating figures. It may tax his wily brain a bit, but never his pocket. They say the best method of defense is attack. So Jutabai launches a verbal barrage against the income tax officer. But the officer has dealt with such types before. Tell me, Mr. Gadbardas, who is this Gangabai, who's earning so much money? She's my relation. Well, he's right. And here's his partner, Gangabai. Age 2, doing import-export business and earning $500,000 a year, sheer profit. That is, what I... Well, what about these entries? Old Jutabai is on the hook and can't wriggle off. He will have to pay income tax, super tax, plus 1.5 times as penalty. Well, Jutabai's name has really proved to be Juta. This shark of the share bazaar believes in a good turn helping him out of any financial embarrassment. Double entries. While Miss Kala, the famous film star, states her terms to the producer for a picture. She'll have it in black and white. That is to say, 10,000 white for purposes of income tax and 40,000 black. With pleasure, says the producer. Miss Kala, is that fair? The rich very rightly should pay a higher income tax. The tax payable at different income levels is as follows. On an annual income of 10,000 rupees, one pays 5.2%. On 20,000, 10%. On 50,000, 30.9%. On 1 lakh, 50.1%. On 2 lakhs, 65.2%. On 5 lakhs, 75.3%. And on 10 lakhs, 78.7%. Sometimes, as in the case of this lady, the tax collected happens to be higher than what is due from the assessed. In the last financial year, 2 crores of rupees were refunded to some 70,000 people. In 1951, our government launched a voluntary disclosure drive, appealing to people to declare their hidden wealth. After an initial hesitation, this gentleman had the courage to declare his earnings openly to the Commissioner of Income Tax. Honesty proved to be the best policy, for the Commissioner assured him that he wouldn't be prosecuted. Yes, his conscience from that day onwards was clear. Others like him also came forward. The incomes disclosed totaled 122 crores of rupees. We need the tax on this money for nation-building purposes. And the state looks to you and others like you, the more fortunate, to give your rightful contribution so that the whole nation may prosper. Looks as if Miss Kala is again busy with her figure. $50,000. Yes? Now, miss, do you mind turning the page? What? Nothing black? So you're willing to pay tax on all your earnings? Fine, you've certainly turned over a new leaf. We hope others will follow your excellent example.